Yeah, so if you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you would see that I've decided to shut down my studio. I've been recording people for about the last 6 to 7 years. Something I started before I got out of high school, I think. One day, one of my close friends paid me for a session. I wasn't even that good. So that's when I found that I actually could make money from it. So that's something after high school, I decided to stick with. In the last, I want to say last several months or so, it's kind of something I feel that can go ahead and build something that's way more solid. So that's where I'm at today now. I've been thinking about this for the last 1 to 2 years, and I just felt like it was a good breaking point. Well, not breaking point, but a time to kind of break free from it and shut it down. It was just something, I don't really see myself really building on. I never intended for this to be a way of me to, make money. It's just something that I kind of, saw that I could, and decided to capitalize and keep going and going and going with it. But they said it kind of just started getting, draining to me, and not really as solid as I wanted it to be. I really wanted to build something that was stable, but now it's more stable. And that's one reason why I'm deciding, to kind of step away, because, it became a guessing game. It started getting to the point that I would have sessions, and whenever I would schedule a session or an appointment, whatever you want to call it, I have somebody that may say, okay, want to go ahead and record, we make the day, we discuss the price and all of that. And then when it came time to actually record, it was either, sometimes people wouldn't show up on time, they'd be late. And what's bad about that is whenever I'm making a session, and I may have someone else that wants to come in the session at the exact same time or around it, I'm telling them, hey, I can't do this session because I have another person coming in. So if I'm telling this person who wants to come that I can't make it, I can't have the session at the moment, and then the person who actually took their appointment, they don't show up, now I'm left out of money and wasted time. We got to the point that I was really trying to, kind of play at that guessing game. And whenever I had something I wanted to work on and I had a session coming up, I would stay and keep on working on whatever it is I'm working on. But then I would go ahead and I would work on that thing up until, it's time for the session. And if the person is someone that would come within the first, 20 minutes or so, usually I would go ahead and just, keep working on whatever it was. But the problem with that, whenever I'm working on stuff, I like to kind of be mentally and physically all in. Like if I'm scheduling an appointment the day before, I want to go ahead, I'm telling myself, okay, this is the time you need to be set up, you need to be ready. And I'm kind of splitting myself because half of me is ready for the session, the other half of me is trying to stay on this on this project that I'm working on that's completely unrelated to the, just the recording. Where that would kind of start hurting me was, I could easily hop into, recording people. It would always be hard for me to go into that and try to come back to wherever it is I was working on, because I'm like, okay, am I going to have a session? Am I going to get paid today? And that's another thing, the money. Sometimes, you have people who say, okay, how much is it? It's going to be this and this. And you go ahead, you have the session, and whenever the session is done, then that's whenever sometimes they want to be like, okay, hey, you're sorry, I don't have, this, I don't have the money, we'll kind of get you at this time. And, it kind of got to the point, some people, you want to give them the benefit of doubt that you trust. And, some people that actually, they would be honest about it and say, hey, I don't have this, but is it cool if, we work out a plan? In those cases, most people, that actually come through, and prove that I actually can trust them. And like those people that actually, have done that, I really, really do appreciate it, because, you get times where people say they will and they don't. It's just like I said, it's just one of them things, got to truly see who you can trust, and I really, really do. Like I said, for me, that's really huge, and I thank you for those who, would actually keep their word. But yeah, it's just a guessing game, and then really, like I said, just now, I'm just trying to build something solid, like, more solid. Want to really, step back and actually kind of get balance to myself, because like I said, it's getting hard for me to kind of stay and keeping this open while being able to balance whatever I'm trying to do. Because every time I try to break away from a recording, I usually would have somebody new come along that's wanting to record or whatnot, and then I'll just go ahead and I'll just keep and say, okay, cool, I'll just keep going on with it. But it's just a lot of stuff that I've learned in these past years, not just with music, but with art and all that. And I really want to get back to really myself, and want to try to take the things that I know how to do, pull back with some of the other services I offer also, but I really want to take what I know how to do and truly, you know, apply it into one thing that's stable and like steady. So that's just, you know, something like for sure, like with the beats, like that's the one thing I for sure want to go ahead. I was wanting to get into it a long time ago, but all these other things was kind of was bringing me income for the moment, so I was taking that. But I want to try to, you know, I want to build that up and, you know, really try to make that solid. And you know, just some other things, you know, with that artwork and merchandise, things I know how to do with design, and try to, you know, put that into something that's more solid, or possibly, like you say, a new business or something. But it's just like, you know, that's just a few of the things. But, you know, like I said, it was good while it lasted. You know, had fun. You know, met some cool people, met some new people. It was fun to see the process, and, you know, for everybody's projects and all that. But like I said, it was all good. But once again, I want to say, you know, if it's anything that you want to do, feel free to do it. My battery about to die. I hope it don't. Feel free to do it. You know, don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it. You know, it's better for you to go ahead and do something and fail at it than let somebody stop you from doing whatever it is, you know, that you want to do. So whatever it is, you know, go forward, try it, and, you know, do it to the best of your ability. But like always, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe, you know, like, comment, you know, if you want to discuss, you know, drop it below, you know, just all of that. So thank you for watching, and until next time.